Intro contains Rauderberg's avatar and text saying, Accessible Gaming and Blind Gaming Club, with a URL to a website, blindgamingclub.com.
Hi everyone, just Rauderberg69 here. We're just doing the first BGC inaugural flight today, just about to start up and get set up. So I don't know how this is going to go. It's all on the fly, so we'll see how we go. We've got 4 or 5 of us here, so there'll be other people talking in Discord as well. We've got Spaceman, he's talking in chat in game, and a few other ones. So Aussie Dragons here, myself, and I've just had a total brain fart and forgot other names. So if you want to introduce yourselves, go right ahead.
Marcel, also known as Catalyst for Chaos. Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Camaro 76 here as well.
Also known as Camaro 76 and Camaro 97. And
yeah, I need to change my username on Discord so it matches like Twitch and Xbox and stuff.
Yep, all good.
I think it would just be easier that way, but
yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going to start my plane up, get the first system started, and then I can fuel up. So a few of the other guys have already set up their plans and everything. So, but I'll go through the steps. Okay. Start. Oh, hang on. I'm not in the correct plan. Switch to default profile. Switch to Eurofly profile. Switch to the Cessna 152 male. Nope. Switch to Cessna 152 male. Profile name.
You are in the Cessna 152 male profile.
Thank you. That's how easy you can get voice attack working when you actually get it all set up. So that was a good demonstration. Startup. There we go. Let me just get some systems running.
Computer on. Strobe lights on. Seatbelt fastened. Taxi lights on.
Don't forget your first seatbelts.
Spaceman 2,
lights
it's
on.
quiet.
Radio on. Transponder on.
Primary startup is complete, Captain. Please press 9 key and get radio frequency for tower or ground control, whichever is necessary, and switch to that frequency, and then move on to checklist 2, using that as the command.
I haven't paid Eurofly in a while, so.
Combo box holic approach control 122.2 collapsed.
Sorry, what was that, Mara? Set radio frequency.
Set frequency 122.2. Holic approach control. Dashboard window.
Work okay, so like.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for my call sign.
We welcome you to our airport.
I'm 695. Navigation. What navigation?
No, I was talking about the type of flight, navigated or direct.
Oh, you do whatever. We were just flying direct. It's only 112 k's. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to. As far as I know, navigated flights still aren't.
Yeah, no, they're still not
honestly,
working.
Even if right now, don't bother with the navigated flights.
They're not
it's
working.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just check my fuel.
Light rain temperature 11, pressure 1012, humidity 89, south wind 4 m per second.
No, but as soon as you deviate from the
refuel now,
course
please.
that it wants you to
set fuel amount
take,
edit 3
which
0
always
0
happens
300
sooner or
dashboard
later.
window.
Right.
You lose communication with the national ATC. That is if it even works and doesn't cancel the game on you.
Yeah, don't try and load up another airport, the national ATC. It'll just dump you out.
Oh no, do not.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Unless it tells you to.
And yeah, if it tells you to, you're fine. But if it doesn't, don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, I've very had it tell me to switch.
So I'll do my flight plan.
Combo box Slovakia Holic. LZ Czech Republic Breklov.
Trust me.
Czech Republic Viskov. LKVY 57 kilometers 82. Czech Republic Stikovis. LKSB 73 kilometers 85. Slovakia Mail Belis /
Spaceman 2, that was weird.
91 kilometers 100 and Czech Republic Bohanovis, LKVO, 96 kilometers 9, Czech Republic Moravska Tribova, LKMK, 111 kilometers 73 right, Slovakia Prividja, LZPE, Czech Republic Moravsk, Slovakia Sureny, LZSY, 112 kilometers 130 destination set, dashboard window.
Well, that other Czech airport's 111 and Sureny's 112.
Yeah.
Maybe a different direction though, I'm guessing. Okay, so that's my flight plan done. So let's call the tower.
Combo
and get
box plan.
approved.
I want to create a flight plan collapsed. Call sign edit read only SKOTF 695.
Oh.
SKOTF 609. SKOTF 695. Select destination combo box Slovakia Sureny, LZSY collapsed.
Okay. So
Filter edit blank.
right.
Flight description edit blank.
Oh, we got another new pilot.
Requesting combo box navigated flight collapsed.
Welcome to our airport.
Request flight button.
Oh.
Requesting combo box direct flight. Request
Direct
flight button.
flight,
Dashboard window.
Unless...
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
SK695. Your flight plan has been accepted, but direct flight not permitted. Set transponder to 1294.
Oh, direct flight not permitted for me. Thanks, dude. Oh, I didn't hear my transponder. Set transponder.
SK695. Your flight plan has been accepted, but direct flight not permitted. Set transponder to 1294.
I want to create a flight plan.
SK655. Flight plan
transponder.
accepted. Set transponder
Set
to
transponder code.
4994.
Set transponder code edit blank.
Oh.
1 2 9 4 1209.
SK695. Your flight plan has been accepted, but direct flight not permitted. Set transponder to 1294.
Well, luckily I got the right transponder code.
Oh, no.
I just had to double check it. Because I wasn't sure if it was going to read out my last transmission or the last transmission, but it read out mine after that one, so that's good. I know that now.
Yeah, I think when you hit the spacebar, it only reads your one.
Yeah, it did. It did. Because it done Spaceman's new flight plan, but then mine was fine. All right, let me get my engine started. I'll double check my fuel.
400L.
Yeah, I've got 400 litres, probably way too much, but open hangar door. Better get the hangar door open before. Yeah, I don't want to start the plane and gas myself.
You do not have minimum and maximum landing or takeoff weight yet included. That's, I'm not sure if that's ever going to come.
Hangar doors open.
Yeah, it might be slightly out of the scope of this game, I think.
I mean, it would be cool. I mean...
Final startup. Okay, let's get this baby running. Oh, that's much better for the engine. I'm not sitting on top of it. I'm sitting behind it where I should be.
Control on, radar on, stall indication on, TCAS on, sensor on.
Final startup is complete, Captain. Move on to the taxi checklist, using that as the command. Now please set the cabin temperature.
Set temperature. Set temperature combo box 18 collapsed. 7, 6, 15, 6, 8, 9, 20, 21. Dashboard window.
I'm going to be nice and warm at 21 degrees.
Yeah, I've got mine set to 22 last time.
Yep. Well,
I've got mine set to 15.
Light rain temperature 11, pressure 1012, humidity 89, south wind 4 m per second. Light rain temperature 11, pressure 1000. Light rain temperature 11, pressure 1012.
Well, it is 11 degrees
south
with
wind 4 m
light
per second.
rain at the moment, folks. So just check the weather. So watch out, the grass could be slippery. Make sure you stay in a straight line. Don't turn anything when you're taking off.
I believe the way the weather thing works,
Park brake off.
At your current
Parking brakes off.
Yeah, it's actually to your current coordinates.
Yeah.
If you set up the API, that is.
Yeah, I had my setup, but I had to restart the game when I was filling around the power things.
Yep, I'm coming out of, I better check my direction.
550 Hank West.
Hangar door status.
Hangar doors open west.
Yep, just double checking. Right, I'm just going to get outside of the hangar, so don't mind me moving about.
0.1. 0.1.
We're moving.
0.5. 0.7.
Oh, we're up to 0.7.
2.
Alright.
2. 3.
Yeah.
4. 50 hangar. 541 hangar. 536. 6.
We're up to 6.
534 hangar. 531 hangar. 528 hangar.
20 meters
9.
to go.
519 hangar. 10. 509 hangar.
Main area.
Throttle 12. 11. Throttle 9.
Right, I'm on the field.
Alrighty.
And I've just got to set the flaps are 1 for this airport, for these planes, so it's been that while since I've flown them. Set the flaps. Set the flaps.
Set flap 1. 1. Dashboard window.
Takeoff speed's 110 kilometers per hour.
Flaps set.
I'm just not opening up my plane properties, that's all.
134 left at 136.
7.
Yeah, I take off at 10. It's easier just to press shift and down once.
Yeah.
112 kilometers, Surrey 7
I
minutes.
just hold the right stick down and that takes me off.
134 left at 134 left at 136. 134 left at 136.
Right, so
134 left at 136.
Well, I'll be turning left after I leave the airport to head to Cyrenaica, so I don't know what you guys are doing. But alright, better get takeoff clearance.
Combo box plan. I want to change for takeoff. I need repairs.
Who needs
I want to change
repairs?
the flight for
That
takeoff
was
clearance. Repair. I need repairs. Takeoff. Asking for repair. I need repairs. Plan. I want to change the flight plan.
SK557 cleared for takeoff.
Repair. I need repairs. For takeoff clearance. Plan. I want to change the flight plan.
SK425
Repair.
cleared for
I need repairs.
takeoff.
Takeoff. Asking for takeoff
Holy
clearance.
shit.
SK555 you are cleared to take off.
Repair. Takeoff. Asking for takeoff clearance. Dashboard window.
SK519 you are cleared to take off. SK695 cleared for takeoff.
Oh, Jesus, we're at a major airport here. Right, I believe everybody's cleared for takeoff, so I'm going
I
to...
was gonna say, like, that would have caused a mass collision.
I was going to say, I didn't realise we were busy.
Well, we're in this 500 square metre block, so watch out, people.
Why do I keep having a beeping noise?
Is you moving probably?
If you're moving, you're probably heading this side of the runway. You better check that.
No, I know, but it happened every time. Holiday said something.
SK655 climb to altitude 85.
He's off, let's go. Full throttle.
Throttle preset 4. 6 flaps at 1. 400L. 21 flaps at 1. 29 flaps at 1. 43 flaps at 1. 56 flaps at 1.
56.
65 flaps at 1. 76 flaps at 1. 86 flaps at 1. 95 flaps at 1. 100 flaps at 1. 108 flaps at 1.
V1, rotate.
SK557 climb to altitude 85.
Safety zone.
SK519
Takeoff
climb to
successful.
85.
134
Out of
left at
airport.
136. 250 at 200, 100, 230, 220, 220, 209,
Landing
109,
lights
100.
off. Taxi lights off.
Set flap
Flight
position.
mode is set.
Set flap position. Edit plane. 0. 0. Dashboard window.
Make sure you set your flaps to 0. Don't want to damage it.
196. 108.
Stay on
106.
course.
120. 150. 5 left at 129.
SK695 climb
192.
to 85.
7 right at 130. 120. 19 right
SK425
at
climb to
136.
altitude
120.
85.
4 right at 136.
Keeping Lucas
4
busy.
right at 136. 3 right at 136. 1 right at 102 right at 136. Dead ahead at 100 and 1 right at 136. 1 right at 136. Dead ahead at
Spaceman
136.
now I
1
just
right at
cruise.
136. 1 right at 202. 1 right at 136. 420 left.
SK519 stay on course.
1 right at 136. 1 right at 136.
SK557 turn to 112.
1 right at 130. 1 right at 136.
Hold it.
2 left at 136. 2 left at 136. 1 right at 136. Dead ahead at
Right,
136.
I'm dead ahead at
Trinovac.
136.
Trinovac.
205. 108 kilometers, Surrey
Spaceman
31 minutes.
dead ahead at 137.
108 k's to go.
Dead ahead at 136. 205. 614.
Nearest object.
533 kilometers, dash
Okay.
Lindenfeld 907
I'm
2 hours
at
36 minutes. 614.
614 above sea level, and there's nothing ahead of me, so
Look at time.
I didn't go up to 850 like I was supposed to.
Rate of
Screw you, Lucas.
Rate of
I've got up to 850.
To be fair, I even went a bit above that.
Yeah, I normally do around here because I've had mountains pop up really quickly in Slovakia.
Spaceman
Yeah.
2, can you guys hear me? Just making sure.
Yes, we can
In
hear you.
general, around Eastern Europe, I'm a bit careful.
Yeah.
Spaceman
Yes,
2,
yes, definitely.
good, good.
Right. I will be switching airports shortly to the radio frequency, though. I'm just about to check
Combo
that
box
now.
pilot Roderberg 69. 2. LZS public without height above sea level 1. Difficulty 1. Approach control 131.0.
Got like 10 kilometers until.
105 kilometers, serenity 30 minutes. Dead ahead at 136.
Yeah, so what is the range?
What I usually do is once I take off, I generally will frequency like once in the air.
Well, hopefully, eventually they set it up that you've got to go to national and everything
Spaceman 2,
properly.
I have switched frequencies.
Yeah.
All right, no worries, Spaceman.
They will.
It should be 131.0 for the next tower.
Dead ahead at 136.
Spaceman 2, yup.
103 kilometers, serenity 30 minutes. 103 kilometers, serenity 30 minutes.
30 minutes, and what speed?
205.
I'm up to my 205 max.
Yeah, same.
So is it anybody actually checking distances around them? Because I think if you do your airport, you can actually see how close people are to you. You do Alt Shift
Spaceman
Enter.
2, how?
Combo box Holik LZHL. Idle. Taxiing. Taking. Landing. Airborne. Aussie Dragon. SK 425. 2.3 kilometers. Cessna C
Aussie's
152.
2.3
Aussie
Ks from me.
Roderberg 69. SK Spaceman 2. SK 655. 1.9 kilometers. Cessna C
Spaceman 2 is
150
1.9 Ks away.
In the hangar. In the Marcel. Camaro Airborne. Camaro 76. SK 519. 1.4 kilometers. Cessna C 152.
1.4
Camaro 76.
for
SK
Camaro.
Marcel. SK 557. 3.6 kilometers.
And
Cessna C
Marcel's
152.
3.6. So we're all
Marcel,
close
dashboard
together
window.
here. But not too close.
Oh no.
Spaceman 2, Alt Shift
614.
Enter is doing nothing for me.
No, Control Shift Enter.
Control Shift Enter. Sorry, beg my pardon. I pressed the right keys. Why didn't you?
Well, you said.
Upgrade
No,
sent,
no,
upgrade
no.
sent, Cobello.
There's a disclaimer. What I say doesn't go.
Fair point.
I always say that in all my videos. Figure the keys out yourself. I don't know them.
369 above ground. 98 kilometers, serenity 28 minutes. Dead ahead at 136.
All right. Set radio frequency.
Set frequency 131. Dot. 0. 131.0. Dashboard
I've
window.
switched over to Serenity as well.
123.5.
What?
There you go.
123.5 is approach of Serenity.
121.0.
Spaceman 2, boy
Combo box pilot Roderberg
131.9.
69.
Are you going to the right Serenity?
SKOTF 609. Cessna C
Is there
150.
several
LZSY.
Serenities?
Serenity. Public
No.
without maintenance. Height above sea level. Difficulty.
No.
1. Approach control.
Should check the
131.0.
approach frequency
Yep,
with Alt Enter, not Shift
Yes,
Enter.
yes, 131.
Spaceman 2, no there's
Dashboard
nothing.
window.
131.0 is my Serenity.
Let's see.
Spaceman 2, same here.
You want to check your flight plan.
Let me check. Let me actually check. What the fuck?
Dead ahead at 136.
Are you heading at 136 degrees?
Dead ahead at 136.
Yeah, and I'm also heading to Serenity. Wait, let's see. I know what happened here.
We
I know
have a
what
discrepancy here.
happened here. Yes, we have a discrepancy because I changed the plan, but it decided not to update in Alt Enter.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Cat,
fuck
Spaceman 2,
that.
LOL.
Feck me.
My life.
Oh dear.
Oh, Scheiße. Scheiße mit Ansage.
Spaceman 2, epic fail.
I know what Shiza means. You can keep the rest though.
136. 205. 48.672.
Yeah,
91 kilometers, serenity 26 minutes. 91 kilometers, serenity 26 minutes. 91 kilometers, serenity
I'm
26
91
minutes.
kilometers out.
Dead ahead at 136.
Still dead ahead at 136.
205.
I'm 87.
Spaceman 2,
Yeah.
I'm 90 up.
Oh, you must have taken off way earlier then.
To be fair, I was the first one with the takeoff clearance.
Yeah.
614. 428 above ground.
Spaceman 2, I was second. Horn Surabaya.
Well, I don't know what was going on, but I thought I was the captain of this flight.
Nope.
Nobody was listening to the captain.
Spaceman 2.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
anymore, you're not, haha.
Obviously not.
You're not the captain.
88 kilometers,
This is
dead ahead at
this is a
130.
race?
88 kilometers, Serenity 25
Oh, I
minutes.
didn't know it was a race. Boost going on. Turbo active.
Spaceman 2.
Oh,
Yes, it's a race.
Dead ahead at 187 kilometers, Serenity 25
Yeah,
minutes.
me too. Not a race.
Spaceman
Dead ahead at
Jesus.
136.
Didn't realise we were playing Forza.
100 and 205.
Spaceman 2. JK.
No, trust me. Eurofly is like the last game that you
Stall
want to do
indication off.
a race in.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Especially when you're lining. Everybody slows down at different rates.
Yeah, especially when you come to the landing process.
I'm still doing 200 at 5Ks out in this plane.
Spaceman 2. ASDF.
Not.
Yep, same. 205.
Oh, well, I've slowed down before that point.
Yeah, me too. I'm just joking. I'm probably at
Spaceman 2.
probably by
Also 205.
yeah at about 8 kilometres out. I think I'm doing the 100Ks for landing. But I can tell you now, this is why I picked this airport. Basically, you can get down to you're at 50 metres for about 5Ks out. So that's why I picked this.
Spaceman
So
2.
some of
Let
the
me tell you. I will ace this landing. Ha 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 ha.
newer players, I hope you ace it, because if we have any crashes today, you are going to laugh at you. And yeah, now I'm going to crash. You watch. I laugh at myself. That's okay. Yeah.
Spaceman 2. Jablo NICA. Jablo NICA.
What? That's why I don't.
Bit damage. Not
Yeah.
our problem. Okay, let's see. I still have
136.
22 minutes. Perfect. Nicotine
82
break.
kilometers, Serenity 23 minutes.
I got 23. You're a minute ahead of me.
Spaceman 2. No fair, I got 23.
Yeah. No smoking in my plane. Oh, I hear a mountain off to my left. I can hear the glum, 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 glum. Maybe you've got that
Spaceman
turned
2.
down or
I
something.
got nothing for 550 kilometers.
Yeah, I've got nothing in front of me, but I've still got all the map sounds on, so it's warning me that there is a high altitude beside me, off to the left. Because I used to think that was the beacon to head to when I first started, so I turned and headed to it and crashed into it.
Yeah. Of course you would.
Jablo
Yeah.
NICA.
Alright, back in the center.
Jablo NICA.
What is
Spaceman 2.
that?
You crash into it, and we will all laugh at you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not turning towards it now. I'm not going to say I'm a pro at this game, but I've done quite a few hours of flying.
78 kilometers, Serenity 22 minutes.
I do own a Concorde. Do you own a Concorde?
Spaceman 2. I am the big pro here. So I should be the captain.
I'm on
Yep.
Pokrace Trinavero Secha.
76 kilometers, Serenity 22 minutes.
I'm not used to using NVDA as my screen reader too. I've normally got a female voice with my Fusion talking to me, but my Fusion doesn't come through my audio anymore for recording or for streaming, so.
Spaceman 2. Where did Dragon go? LOL.
I'll still it.
It might have left the airport area. You might have to switch over to the new airport.
74 kilometers, one right at 137.
Oh, I got to turn one right.
One right at 137. One right at 137. Two left at 137. Dead ahead at 137.
There we go. I'm
Spaceman
now
2.
heading in at 137, but I know it's going to make me turn back.
73 kilometers, Serenity 21 minutes.
Spaceman 2. I am using auto course.
Auto course? Didn't think it worked in this plane.
Pre-test.
No, it does.
Huh.
Spaceman 2. Alt S.
Huh.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of autopilot. Yep.
Yeah, you're thinking of autopilot. This thing is handbrake.
Yep.
Spaceman 2. Autopilot is not even in this version yet.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. I use it all the time.
Just depends on the plane you're in.
Set course. Set course edit plane. Dashboard wing.
So does
Spaceman
auto
2,
speed
there
work
is
in
on
this
nav, but I
plane?
have never... Nah.
No.
No, I don't think it. No, but it's good that it's got auto course though. I didn't know that.
70 kilometers, Serenity 20, dead ahead at 137.
If it's 1 degree, I just flick it with my
Yeah.
controller.
But if it's 1 or 2,
I got to keep my brain functioning somehow.
69 kilometers, Serenity 20 minutes.
I don't even think I'd have set course.
Set course.
Oh, I
Set
do
course
have
edit
it for
plane.
this plan.
Dashboard window.
Spaceman 2, 20 minutes out.
68 kilometers, Serenity 19 minutes.
I'm 19.
Warned above.
Guess you're not winning
Warned
this
above.
race then, spaceman.
405 above ground. 614.
I'm 400.
Wait, let's see.
I'm 4. Yeah, you're ahead of me by
18.
about a minute. Yep.
67 kilometers, Serenity 19 minutes. 393 above ground.
I'm 393 above ground.
393 above ground. 614.
Six.
Too terrible to deal with.
205.
Yeah, I didn't want the flight to be too long, and I didn't want it to be too short. So,
No, no.
but the new pilots we were trying to get their first landing done were busy today. So, unfortunately, they'll have to be done at another time. Which these two airports are pretty good for doing this, because as I was saying, you can basically come in at, I think at 2Ks out.
Spaceman
I think
2, maybe I will win. I am about 3 dollar group.
I think
Dollar
the safe circle is same altitude is 2.3, and I was down at 20 meters at 2.3, and then by the time I actually got to the runway, I was actually at 15 automatically. So
Cottage, dolled above.
Tell you what, one of the easiest
Dolled
airports
above.
to land in is Christmas Island. You can come right down
Even
to
if-
310 above sea level from about 250k out.
nice. Until you hit a trawler
Cottage.
or a cruise
Because
ship.
The airport itself is 300 meters above sea level.
Dolled above. Dolled
You
above.
go right down to 310 all the way in, and there's nothing around it.
I assure you, most cruise ships are higher than 10 meters high. So if you're at 10
Dolled
meters,
above.
you're going to hit a cruise ship.
Dolled
No,
above.
310.
Ah, okay. I thought you said 10.
Dead ahead at 161 kilometers, Serenity
Wow.
17 minutes.
Yeah, some cruise ships are that tall too.
Above sea level.
Any
61
friends?
kilometers,
Yeah.
Serenity 17 minutes.
Any friends?
Yeah, that's right.
60
So
kilometers,
you're only
Serenity
10
17
above
minutes.
sea level.
Dead ahead at 137.
Still very much street
Spaceman 2,
talk.
16 minutes out.
I would not do that
Yes.
if it was a real flight.
60
sim.
kilometers, Serenity
No.
17 minutes.
And if you did, I'd be drawing your nuts in because you don't want anything hanging.
59 kilometers, Serenity 17 minutes. 59 kilometers, Serenity 17 minutes. 205. 137. 59 kilometers, Serenity
I'm at
17 minutes.
59.
Dead ahead at 137.
I'm at 60, but I'm coming in slightly different. But
Yeah, I'm at 137 at the moment.
58 kilometers, Serenity 16 minutes.
Yeah, I'm at 58 now. And I've got a really fast, a beep, beep, beep to my left and a ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum to my right. So we're flying between mountains here. Nearest object,
480
Malzinus,
kilometers,
Malzinus.
SECU 739 M 2 hours 20
480
minutes.
Ks at this height, so we're good. And I think when I do all my training flights after I get out of the Cessna, because I've done the training flights about 4 times, when I get out of the Cessna and go into the other planes, I think I head to the Netherlands because they're all so easy to land at.
Finland. Finland, my dude.
Yeah, I never tried
Spaceman 2,
Finland.
I finished my training.
There's literally nothing there. It's just flat.
Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands is pretty close too. Don't go to France, whatever you do. Oh, Jesus.
France is annoying. Italy as well.
Australia's pretty
Depending on
good.
where you go, like
Ilona.
Yeah, Australia's not.
Kelowna.
Australia's easy.
Except for Cairns. No, sorry, Gold Coast. Gold Coast. Don't come on runway 19, I think it is. Don't come in too low. There's something there. I've crashed into it twice. I nearly quit the game because of it.
I've not really had many issues.
Spaceman 2. Damn.
53 kilometers, Serenity 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Spaceman 2. 51 out.
52 kilometers, Serenity 15 minutes.
51, 48.
52.
52 kilometers, Serenity 15 minutes.
Which
Spaceman
one
2.
did,
What?
there was one that I landed at which actually, it said you were safe for like 20 k's out at a certain height, and I was coming in at that height. And it was actually, there was actually something in front of the airport that was 80 meters higher, because I went from, I actually come in at higher the second time. I think it was, what airport was it? I think it might have been Phuket. Or fuck it.
Yeah, I think it was Phuket.
Yeah, whichever way you want to say it. Fuck it, Phuket. Depends on how you pronounce your PHs.
Spaceman 2. I want to organize a Eurofly 3 race XD.
Yeah, and then I come in the second time at like 100 and something, and then all of a sudden I was at 10.
Welcome Presto Vanny. Welcome Presto Vanny.
Yeah, and that was runway 9, I think. So there's some airports that you got to be really careful at. So when the first time coming into an airport now, I'm really careful, and then once I know the airport, I get a bit
48 kilometers, dead ahead at 137.
Still dead ahead at 137.
205. 137.
Spaceman 2. Dead ahead at 138.
No turbulence, no whatsoever.
Yeah. Let's check the weather.
With
Light rain temperature 11, pressure 1010, humidity 81, south wind 2 m per second.
Yep, 2 meters a second. 11 degrees still outside, 21 inside. I don't even have my tunes going. Oh, moderate rain.
Yeah, so in general, I think
Serenity approach control.
Make the unit systems more adjustable, because right now, what you can do is
SK695. Welcome to our airspace.
I'm in the airspace of the airport.
44 kilometers.
He just
Serenity
contacted me. I've got mine set to 45 for Cat 1 airports.
Right.
Yeah, the problem with the measurements in this game are a bit strange, because like really we should be doing altitudes in feet and speed should be in knots.
Yes, we should.
But when you, and this is the problem I had trying to teach somebody the first time, they had theirs set to non-metric. So everything was in miles and everything except for altitude. It was in meters and I thought it was in feet. Yep. Hope you didn't disconnect, Killer. Spaceman.
42 kilometers.
Yeah, so
minutes.
I'm telling him to come in to land at 44 feet. But then we worked out that it was at meters. I listened to the video back and I went, no, it was meters. How stupid is that? Set metric to your distances and everything are in miles, but your height's still in meters. That's why I believe they should be doing it in feet and in knots.
Or if anything, rather than meters, it should be in yards.
No, feet is...
Yeah, well, feet and knots are the proper measurements for flying.
Yeah. But no, you think if, with us being meters, you think the up one would be yards.
Yeah. So, well, the yard's not quite a meter.
39 kilometers,
yards are
11 minutes.
barely being used anymore outside of American football.
Yeah, well, it's about time America switched over to the metric system too, please.
Right. Like the civilized world. Sorry.
38 kilometers.
Well, there's a lot of Americans that want to do it, but they're just forced not to because everybody else doesn't. But yeah, oh well. And well, when it comes to that, why are UK still in miles per hour?
37 kilometers, Surrey 10 minutes. Dead ahead at 137.
Nope, they still use miles per hour.
37 kilometers, Surrey 10 minutes.
They have mostly both things on the road.
Yeah.
So
dead ahead at 137.
I mean, to be fair, otherwise any type of like cargo haulers or whatnot would have some difficulty.
Spaceman 2,
36
I am
kilometers,
35
Surrey 10
kilometers
minutes.
out.
35 kilometers, Surrey 10
me
minutes.
too, 35.
35 kilometers, Surrey 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Nitrian
Don't-
Steeper Chill Crazy.
don't
Nitrian
have
Steeper
to
Chill
get-
Crazy Nitrom Elipap.
Combo box brake. Aborting
Spaceman
landing
2,
collapse.
9 minutes.
Land. Asking for landing clear.
We don't
Dashboard
have to get approach and we don't have to get a runway, so we're good. I'm not going to ask for landing just yet.
34 kilometers, Surrey 10. Dead ahead at 137. 34 kilometers, Surrey 10 minutes. 432 above. 614. 432 above ground.
I can do it, but
415 above ground. 386 above ground. 362 above. 351 above. 330 above ground. 298 above ground. 282 above
Nearest
ground.
object.
108 kilometers. Dash Najai Kodaxi 500. 282. 455.
I'm at 455 and there's nothing for 100 and some kilometers.
32
Upgrade
kilometers,
Solemn Lady
39
Hatch.
minutes.
Spaceman 2, 464.
455.
I'll race you down to the ground if you want.
Spaceman 2, do I start descending LOL?
That's up to you. You're the pilot of your plane.
31 kilometers, Surrey 9 minutes. 31
I just
kilometers,
headed
Surrey
down
9
from
minutes.
600, so
31 kilometers, Surrey 9 minutes.
got 9 minutes.
I would not recommend using turbo that close to the airport.
I'm not using turbo.
Spaceman 2, I will descend.
30 kilometers, Surrey 8 minutes. 30 kilometers, Surrey 8 minutes. Dead ahead at 137. Dead ahead at 137.
Yeah, I don't use. I use turbo. The only reason mine's ticked is because I was doing the training for the 4th time, and I was just trying to get through it
29
quickly.
kilometers, Surrey 8 minutes.
But I found the new cheat to do that anyway. I was told by one of the best pilots in the game how to do it.
29 kilometers, Surrey 8 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not giving it away publicly over the air, sorry. Once the recording's over, I may do that, because I've found out a few cheats that I don't agree with, but people are using them.
28 kilometers, Surrey 8 minutes. 28 kilometers, Surrey 8 minutes. Dead ahead
And
at
I'm hoping they're
137.
fixed in the game, or they're put down as an exploit, and
Spaceman
then
2,
you'll have me
wait,
delete it.
cheats.
Yes, there are a few holes in the games that you can get around things.
27 kilometers, Surrey 7 minutes. 27
But,
kilometers,
yeah.
Surrey 7 minutes.
I don't
27
agree with
kilometers,
them.
Surrey 7 minutes.
Spaceman 2, gimme after the flight, haha.
27 kilometers, Surrey 7 minutes.
That lengthy training.
Yeah, I think if you want to fly the plane, you should just train for that plane.
26 kilometers,
Not
Surrey
have to
7
do
minutes.
9 training flights before you even get into the game.
26 kilometers, Surrey 7 minutes. 2 right at 137.
I mean, I don't mind doing it.
Spaceman, Spitty Urban. Spitty Urban.
I don't know. Give me like a starting cash like of 10,000 euros. I don't, so that I can start basically building up on.
25 kilometers, Surrey 7 minutes.
Yeah.
25 kilometers, Surrey 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think if you decide that you want to come in as a A300 pilot, you should train for the A300 only, and then fly that. And then if you want to change up to an A380, then you train for the A380.
24 kilometers, Surrey 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
279 above ground. 455. Southeast, 205.
Spaceman 2, I want to find a cheat that allows you to set your cash in game to however much you want, haha.
No, I don't know any cheats for that. Yeah.
22 kilometers, Surrey 6 minutes. 22 kilometers, Surrey 6 minutes. 22 kilometers, Surrey 6 minutes. New notification from Discord. Mobility Blind Gaming. Number General Chat.
Upgrades Nitro
General
Regular
Chat.
Measure.
Hey, yeah.
Upgrades Nitro Regular Measure.
21 kilometers, Surrey 6 minutes. 21 kilometers,
Yeah.
Surrey 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's a bit of a pain because I done that in the I think it was in the 787 Dreamliner. My last flight was when I decided I was going to play around with spoilers. And I crashed instantly on the last flight, last landing, and I was beat.
SK519. Welcome to the airspace of our
19
airport.
kilometers, Serenity 5 minutes.
We got a new pilot at Serenity.
19 kilometers, Serenity 5 minutes.
Somebody's got their radius close to cap.
19 kilometers, Serenity 5 minutes.
Spaceman 2, I hate that feeling.
18 kilometers, Serenity 5 minutes.
You don't learn things on your last training flight.
18 kilometers, Serenity 5 minutes.
Let me check something.
Asking for landing clearance.
Oh, who's getting landing
Asking
clearance
for
already?
landing clearance.
SK557. You're not located in our controlled area.
It's 557. That's not you, it's...
SK655. You are clear to land.
Spaceman 2,
Yeah, no,
not me.
that would be me, but
You're going to land anyway.
Belted alive, belted alive.
Combo box break.
Yeah.
Land. Asking for landing clearance.
Fuck it.
Dashboard
Yeah,
window.
just land anyway.
We're gonna try this. I don't really care if
SK691. You are
Yeah, you
clear
can
to
land.
land.
16
Spaceman 2,
kilometers, Serenity
please,
4
I am clear
minutes.
to land.
It's just a bit harder when you want to get ILS.
16 kilometers, Serenity 4 minutes.
Luckily, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
455.
I'm not on this
Yeah.
airport.
330 above ground. 15 kilometers, Serenity 4 minutes.
I'm going to go down a bit further.
289 above ground. 206, 249, 233 above ground. 201 above ground. 177 15 kilometers, Serenity 4
Nearest
minutes.
object.
82 kilometers, dash pilots of a 329 M 24 minutes.
82 k's out from anything. I'm at
294.
294 above sea level.
171 above ground.
171 above the ground, so there's nothing for 100.
14 kilometers,
Holy
Serenity
cow.
4 minutes. 14
90
kilometers,
something
Serenity 3 minutes.
I'll get ready to start slowing down soon. I've already turned my stall speed warning off. Flaps are at
Spaceman
2
2,
and
once we hit 10 kilometers maybe.
13 kilometers,
the
Serenity 3
flaps are
minutes.
at 2 and landing speed will be 100. Oh, actually 101. Don't go to 100, you'll fall out of the sky.
12 kilometers, Serenity 3 minutes.
So why is there still the current landing speed?
Sorry, what?
Why is there the current landing speed if it's based on the stall speed though?
Well, you don't have spoilers in these planes, so because originally you could just cut the engines at any speed reasonable and it would just
Raise
stall
no
your
example,
plane
no Brassus
automatically. But now you've got to land with stall speed, as close to stall speed, because when you cut the engines to land, your plane won't stall until you get to the stall speed to land.
Right.
And I've tried pushing my stick forward to land and I crashed.
Yeah.
8.7 kilometers, Serenity 2
Yeah.
minutes. 8.6 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes. 8.5 kilometers, Serenity 2
we're at
minutes.
8.5 for me, so landing mode.
Taxi lights on. Landing
Plane
lights
is now
on.
Spaceman
configured
2,
for
Asking for
landing.
landing
7.9.
clearance.
Next step is to set the flaps when you're ready.
SK519. Landing clearance granted.
205. Throttle preset 0. 7.4 to 203, 202.
Set the flaps.
Set flap 2.
Right, they're ready to press.
192, 190, 188, 186, 182. Dashboard
Set
window.
the flaps.
Set the flaps!
Flaps set.
Sorry.
169 flaps at 2. 165 flaps at 2. 163 flaps at 2. 160 flaps at 2. 158 flaps at 2. 155 flaps at 2. 6.2 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes. 8 right at 143. 147 flat. 150. 106. 21 left at 140. 140. 104 left at 143. 2 left at 143. 1 right at 143.
Spaceman 2,
1
final
right,
approach.
130 flaps at 129 flaps at 2. 1 right at 143. 1 right at 143. 1 right at 140. 1 right at 121 flaps at 2. Dead ahead at 118 flaps at 2. 116 flaps at 115 flaps at 114 flaps at 113 flaps at 112 flaps at 111 flaps at 110 flaps at 110 flaps at 109 flap 108 flaps 107 107 106 106 105 104 104 choked off 103 flap 103 flaps at 2.
Alright, I'm choked off at 103.
4.8 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes. 175 above ground. 164 above, 152, 144, 130, 125, 115, 107 above ground, 97, 4.5 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes, 103 flaps at 2.
Novi Smith.
Dead ahead at 143.
I ended up at 143 degrees.
4.2 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes.
Because I ended up 8 degrees off to the left because I wasn't paying attention.
Spaceman 2,
4.1 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes. Dead ahead at 4.0 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes. Dead ahead at 143.
I got pushed a little to
85 above
138,
ground,
but
212.
all in all, I'm fine.
Nearest object.
55 kilometers, dash Folds and Karis 229 M32 minute. 3.6 kilometers, Serenity 2 minutes.
I'm 3.6
87
out.
above ground.
Spaceman 2, 55
87 above
km
ground.
away.
87 above ground, 82 above ground, 77 above ground, 70 above ground, 64, 3.3 kilometer, 56 above ground, 52 above ground.
Safe.
3.2 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute.
Safe zone around the airport's
3.1
2.3
kilometers,
k's.
Serenity 1 minute.
Once you get inside that, you can get down to landing height.
3.0
Or
kilometers,
close
Serenity
to
1
it.
minute.
Don't get too close.
2.9 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute. 52 above ground. 52 above ground. 2.8 kilometers, Serenity. 2.7 kilometers,
Well, I'm at
Serenity.
52
53
metres above
2.7
ground.
kilometers,
At
Serenity 1 minute.
2.7 out, and I'm fine. So
2.6 kilometers, Serenity
that's
1
why I
minute.
picked this airport.
2.5 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute. 53 above ground. 2.4 kilometers, Serenity. 53
Awesome.
above. 2.4 kilometers. 53 above. 2.3 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute. 53 above ground. 47 above ground. 41 above ground. 36 above. 33 above. 30 above ground. 26 above. 23 above. 22 above. 20 above ground. 19 above ground. 19 above ground. 2.0 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute.
I'm at
Spaceman 2,
2.0
all set.
out.
1.9 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute. 1.8 kilometers, Serenity 1 minute.
And don't land in the outfield like I did.
1.7
Nice
kilometers,
job.
Serenity 0
And you're
minutes.
not allowed to be here, so that doesn't count.
1.6 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 1.6 kilometers, Serenity 0 landing clearance. 1.5 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 1.4 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 1.4 kilometers, Serenity 0 minute. 1.3 kilometers, Serenity 0 minute. 1.3 kilometers, Serenity 1.2 kilometers, Serenity 0. 1.2 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 1.1 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes.
1.1.
1 kilometer,
Spaceman
Serenity
2,
0 minutes.
1.9.
1 kilometer, Serenity 0 minutes.
Awesome.
0.9 kilometers, 0.9
One
kilometers,
safe.
0.9 kilometers, Serenity 0.8 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 1 right at 144. 1 right at 144. Dead ahead at 104. Dead ahead at 0.6 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. Clearance.
0.6.
0.5 kilometers, 0.5 kilometers, Serenity 0.4 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 0.4 kilometers, Serenity 0.3 kilometers, Serenity 0.3 kilometers, Serenity 0 minutes. 0.2 kilometers, Serenity 0. 0.2 kilometers, 0.1 kilometers, Serenity destination, Serenity.
I'm over the airport. Waiting for the runway.
Throttle preset 0.
Main area.
Destination, Serenity.
Landing successful.
I'm on the ground.
Spaceman 2, I
Braking.
am at landing height.
44
Braking.
29 flat.
And I took off right above the hangar.
18 flap. 9 flap.
And I'm on the ground and landed. Flight completed. Well
0
done.
flaps at 2. 0 flaps at 2.
Set the flaps.
Flight of 0. Dashboard
Spaceman
window.
2, Spaceman 2,
Oh.
I am down.
Who's coming towards
Spaceman
me? Stop!
Spaceman
Oh.
2, Spaceman 2,
You hit me.
Spaceman 2, Spaceman 2,
Somebody just drove through
Spaceman
me.
2.
It went beep, 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 beep. And yeah, it changed tone. I actually heard it. So somebody definitely flew through me. Or drove through me. That's the first time I've actually heard it when you hit, so...
Yes, that's not good.
Oh, we had a crash! Sorry, Camaro. we said we were going to laugh at whoever crashed. You probably... What did you have your speed set to?
Spaceman 2, it was not me.
It was something like speed.
Spaceman 2, I am standing.
Well, that was
Shut down the plane.
Okay, Captain, starting shutdown procedure. It was great flying with you.
Sensor off. Temperature control off. TCAS off. Radio
Seatbelt
unfastened. Transponder off. Taxi lights off. Cabin lights off. Strobe lights off. Landing lights off. Storm radar off.
Yeah, it's a
Computer
shame we
off.
didn't all make it.
Spaceman 2,
We're
success.
all running out with fire extinguishers to put you out, mate.
Shutdown is complete, Captain. We can now disembark the plane.
and I can't do anything because yeah.
Yeah, F4.
Spaceman 2, LMAO Dragon is still landing.
Are you in yet, Aussie?
Yeah, just stopping now.
Okay, cool. Well,
I wonder if maybe I came down too fast or something. Not too like I was coming down too.
So what did you choke off your speed at?
Like 104, 103.
Yeah, that's if you. I actually, when I come over the airport, I actually cut my engines just before the runway. So I was praying that I got over the runway before I actually stalled.
Yeah.
But yeah, you weren't too high. Were you below 20?
I think so. Because the safe altitude was at 2 km.
Spaceman 2.
Yeah.
I cut right when I heard the sound.
Maybe that was how it crashed. I was coming down too sharply.
Yeah, possibly. All right. Okay. Well, that was a good flight. So that was the inaugural BGC.
I mean, overall, it was successful.
It was the inaugural Blind Gaming Club flight. So if you'd like to know more about the Blind Gaming Club, I'm going to put the link in the video, in the description. Sorry, it won't be in the video. It'll be in the description. You can get more information. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys for coming along. It was enjoyable. Thanks, Spaceman, even though you weren't on talking, but you were typing in game. And
Spaceman 2, cheers.
It was a good flight. But yeah, we'll definitely have to organise more. We'll have to do it in bigger planes and see what people can really do. Anybody else own a Concorde?
Spaceman 2,
nope.
I have a challenge.
No.
What's your challenge, Spaceman? I'll get your challenge before I stop my recording. See, that's what happens when you type.
Spaceman 2, it's a race who can fly 1,000 kilometers on the Boeing 787 without crashing and land.
Ah, that's easy. I can do that with my eyes closed. Oh, hang on.
Spaceman 2, me too.